Jody Silverman, empty nest life coach, speaker, and host of In the Nest with Jody. Welcome to our third episode in November, where our focus is all about giving back. So far, I've introduced you to Lori Schuster from Throw Like a Woman, Susan Campbell from the Philadelphia Ronald McDonald House Charity Organization, and today we have my dear friend Ricki Gever Eisenstein in the house, program manager at Our Closet, powered by JFCS. We'll get to what all that means in a minute. Ricki joined the Our Closet team as a program coordinator, supporting the overall operations of Our Closet and managing the warehouse activities. Ricki is passionate about serving populations in need, particularly in our hometown of Philadelphia. Ricki earned her PhD from the University of Pennsylvania, where she focused her research on service learning and urban community university partnerships. Before joining Our Closet, Ricki ran a cafe and community space in Fairmount Park that she built from a crumbling park house back in 2010. She also served as a consultant for a small national nonprofit that brought college volunteers together with long-term pediatric patients. Ricki is a proud board member of the Pig Iron Theater Company, and she sits on the advisory board for the Philadelphia chapter of CCAP, Careers of Culinary Arts Program. Ricki, I am so happy you're here and that you said yes to coming on In the Nest. Hi.
Hi, thanks for having me, Jody.
Oh, of course, of course. And you know, as I'm reading that, I remember walking into your Fairmount Park, the Cedars House, and I was so excited to see you there and what you built there. It is a beautiful place.
Thank you. Yeah, it's still there, and it's she's surviving through COVID. They still make great sandwiches and smoothies. So
Good place, good place. All right, so let's get into it. Tell everybody watching what and who is Our Closet, and it's powered by JFCS. So who are we?
okay, great. Well, I'll start with JFCS. JFCS is Jewish Family and Children's Services of Philadelphia, and they are an amazing social service organization that helps families in the greater Philadelphia area. They have programs for teens, for older adults, for people living with disabilities. They have they have an adoption program, and one of their programs is Our Closet. It was started independently by Jill Ashkenazi, and then she partnered with JFCS in order to bring her service to more people. So Our Closet is part of JFCS, and we bring free clothing to people in need in the Philadelphia area. And we do this with dignity and with pride and with respect. We used to run a pop-up shop model, which every like 2 or 3 times a week, we would go into different churches and synagogues and community organizations, community centers, where people could come and shop for free clothing. It was run by volunteers. We would set up tables with great high quality clothing, and people could come and shop. And it was like being in any store, except for when you checked out, you didn't have to pay. We did this pop-up shop model alongside an emergency clothing delivery program where we partnered with re-entry programs and other social service organizations for people that couldn't make it to our shops. We would pack bags of clothing for individuals and make sure we got it to their door.
So COVID hits, right? And I just want to share that I got firsthand experience. I was when I brought the Moms Who Dare community, the Double Dares, a lot of women from our membership, we came to one of your warehouse facilities and helped organize and hang up and by size and the clothing and put them on racks. And I have to tell you, you do have quality clothing. It is quality clothing. This is not and that I think that's the most important thing for an organization that's going to be giving clothes for free. Give good clothes for free.
Yes.
Look at
Yes.
Like I would never donate something that I wouldn't wear, but that's a whole nother story. What happened with COVID? Like, how are you shifting if you're not having the pop-up stores?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So, I mean, COVID impacted all of what we do because we are really so reliant on our amazing volunteers like Moms Who Dare, both in our warehouse and at the shops. So when COVID hit, we were not going into the warehouse anymore with volunteers. and we had to stop our pop-up shops. And we really pivoted, and we did it quickly. And we are now running a full delivery program model. So individuals can call. The JFCS has a care navigation line, and now it's set up to take requests for clothing. So individuals in need can call the care navigation line in order to request clothing for themselves and their families. They can also contact us directly through caseworkers and social workers. We are partners with organizations all over the city so that we can make sure to get clothing to people in need. So every Monday and Wednesday, we have a driver make deliveries. So we get phone numbers and addresses and sizes and needs. We pack bags in our warehouse, and we deliver them to individuals' homes, or in some cases for people who are experiencing homelessness, we have a meetup location somewhere in the city. We also had to pivot with our volunteers. So for a while, we could not work with volunteers at all, but the warehouse is a big operation, and we get a lot of clothing donations that need to be sorted through, and bags need to be packed. So since June, we started on a very small scale, inviting up to 4 individuals or individual households at a time to help us sort at the warehouse. So I'm now running 2 weekly sorts, plus one monthly sort and a quarterly sort. So we're now inviting volunteers safely into the warehouse to help sort and pack bags to make sure that we can run our program effectively and efficiently.
Okay, so and I will make sure to post, it's ourclosetpa.org.
Yes.
And any links is that the main website to go to volunteer, or is there going to be another link you're going to give me if people want to sign up to come to the warehouse?
Well, I think so there is a link. I think the best thing that people can do at this point is send me an email, and I will give them a link to our volunteer hub, which is run through JFCS, and then people can sign up for sorting with me at the warehouse, which would be great. But we also need people to deliver food on Wednesdays, and we have a friendly call line where people who are living in isolation or who just need a friendly person to talk to, they can sign up for a shift to do that. There are other volunteers opportunities through JFCS that people can do. So if people email me at Ricki, R-I-C-K-I, at ourclosetpa.org, I can send them all kinds of information about getting involved.
I will make sure that's there. And I just learned something. I think that phone call for people in isolation is great. And I can't wait to share this with the Moms Who Dare women in the Facebook group. We are over 825 women there. And I know that many of them are looking for ways to give back. So I will make sure your email and everything is super clear for our viewers. So Ricki, I mean, I love how you pivoted, and what you're doing is so huge. So many people need so many things, and there can never be enough, but Our Closet is doing some great things, and I'll post the website for sure. So thank you for jumping on to share that with us.
Thank you so much, Jody.
Give back. Yeah, it's what it's all about. So, all right, everybody. Next week, we have something a bit different. We have 2 guests who co-authored a book called The Empty Nest Companion. They'll be joining me on a much needed discussion on why moms can give themselves permission to be grateful for an empty nest. Yes, I said grateful for an empty nest. Meanwhile, for those of you tuning in, let's connect. For more about the show, to have me speak at an event, or discuss possible collaborations, hop on over to jodysilverman.com and shoot me a message. Be sure you're following us on Facebook and Instagram. And until next week, stay well and dare on.